Oh my God, this recipe is one of my favorites. You have to try this. Let's make braised pork chops with mushroom sauce. Here we go. And you all know how picky I am about my pork chops. So these are nice, beautiful 3 rib chops from Agates and Valentina. A chop is very important to me. Perfect thickness, perfect marbling. Going to season them with my That Guy YY seasoning. You can get this from my website at thatguyyy.com. Lots of great umami flavors. Going to season well on both sides. Got some bacon fat, about a teaspoon and a half, maybe 2 teaspoons that I brought up to the smoking point here when it's super, super hot, because I want to get a nice crust on these before I flip them, about 7 or 8 minutes. This is perfect color that we want for this. We'll give them a flip and we'll cook them for, I don't know, about another 3 or 4 minutes on the other side, and then we'll remove them and set them aside. Into my skillet, I'm going to add about 3 or 4 tablespoons of butter and some oil. I'm actually using olive oil here just because I was out of avocado oil. I wouldn't usually normally use olive oil for this purpose, but butter and oil in there. Going to scrape up all those brown bits, all that fond off the bottom. There is so much flavor in that. Once we get that done, I'm going in with 8 ounces of sliced cremini mushrooms. I really like cremini mushrooms. And I'm not doing any shallot or garlic or anything like that. Going to season with a little bit more of my house seasoning. And I'm going to put in a heaping half teaspoon of dried thyme. Just cook our mushrooms. We're going to cook our mushrooms for 3 or 4 minutes, just until they get a little tender. That'll be perfect for it. Then I'm going to sprinkle in 2.5, 3 tablespoons of flour, and we'll cook that for about 4 or 5 minutes, just until we get the flour taste cooked out and it forms a nice paste on the mushrooms, and that'll help it thicken, or not help it, it'll make it thicken. So once we get that cooked for 3 or 4 minutes, I'm going to add 3 cups of beef broth. Heat the beef broth through there. It's going to start to thicken very quickly. Once it does that, after about 2 minutes and is nice and thick, we'll nestle our pork chops back in there, nestle each pork chop back in there. And then we're going to just put a lid on these and cook them. But I'm also going to add just 1 sprig of tarragon. I know a lot of people say they don't like tarragon, and I get it. If you use too much, it can just be overwhelming. But just nestle a little piece of tarragon down in there, and it'll add a nice, just sort of warm anise flavor. Pop the lid on, simmer this for 30, 40 minutes. Lid comes off. I'm going to have mine with some rice and garnish with a little bit of extra chive. This is a good one. It's the perfect bite of chop and mushroom. Perfection does exist. Hope your weekend's been good. Happy Sunday. Okay, bye.